Quick story. A girl and a guy met and fall for each other. They both love music, so decide to work together. And they were pretty good at it. Now on the surface, everything looked perfect. But oh, the stress of the city. So they decided otherwise. They packed up and left for the countryside. And that's where we meet this family, raising their children, growing their own food and their business together, on a quest to find a new normal and a new sense of happiness. And if you're looking for the same thing, then join us and we can unpack this thing called life together. Where are my manners? Let me introduce myself. I'm Shamel Olwago. My husband's Amondi Olwago, and together we are Nile Ochi. And this is Z-Quest.
Do you think those type of metaverse need a backdoor, safe backdoor?
Backdoor. Okay,
yeah.
Okay, come. Yes.
Would that goes against decentralizing the experience?
I would say that it's better. I would rather a company be transparent about their backdoor.
Okay.
And their backdoor be based on some sort of governance token that each of the players could have a part in.
Yeah.
So anything that happens with the backdoor is clear, transparent. If it's on the blockchain, you would be able to see whatever happens with it. You know what I mean? As long as there's transparency and governance, I think that having a backdoor could be a good solution.
But governance, how do you govern?
Votes, same thing that you do if anything, or at least letting people know what is going to happen, and then they can respond on a monetary level or on some sort of level where it's impactful to the point of being able to just affect change if need be. Because right now saying there's no backdoor, but there is a backdoor, and going and changing everything is absolutely...
Well, that's what the exchanges are doing at the moment.
It's where we're at.
If we take the hack that happened with Bilaxi, and basically they're gone for 2 weeks, doesn't matter. They're able to move all the tokens, all the money from your wallets in a safe place.
Not your keys, not your crypto though.
Yeah,
that remains.
So the
games come with their own keys, might be talking about something. But if they don't, you have to still hold under the pretext that at any point you could lose everything.
Because this is what's happening. Because Upland, you don't have your own keys though.
No.
So many of the games you don't.
No.
So
but they're going to have to see into that, and then what that does is open up the market to a game who's willing to do that.
But the thing is, because what it is some of the games have a token that is actually listed, and you can actually exchange it with USD or euros or whatever. And so in a way, your money
is yours.
Is yours.
Well, no,
if it's
not
on
if
the
it's
wallet.
If it's on a wallet that you've got the keys for, then it's yours for. Isn't Veracity like that? I think it is, you know.
What? Veracity, no.
Did you not get the keys for the Veracity wallet?
You don't get the keys for your wallet. You can store your Veracity on MetaMask and get keys for it.
And here we are.
So that's the thing. Now that's not the case. I'm guessing this will move on, but
it naturally will move on because it's going to be, because everything's so community led. I believe that whatever comes out of this will have to have some sort of form of fairness, because we've done the whole winner takes all thing, and it doesn't work, and it runs out extremely quickly. Yeah. It's not sustainable. It can't even last 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
It can't even last 20 years. Not sustainable, not scalable. If you want it to be scalable, there's got to be a little bit more transparency than that. And it's got to be a little bit more, I don't know, dare I say fairness?
Well, if you create a backdoor, it's not that fair, is it? I mean... It means that you have
is it only unfair if you're the only one with the keys to it? Imagine a safe.
Yeah.
Where it's 10 keys to open one door.
Yeah.
Imagine a token that you can get as a very invested player once you've invested a certain amount of time into a game.
Yeah.
That you have a part of that key.
Yeah.
So the door can never get unlocked unless you okay it as well. They'll need total
approval in order for it to see. But
everybody got to put the keys in.
You'll be able to retrieve things that you may have lost or maybe stolen, or
I'm sure they can still deal with that, but I think there needs to be some sort of I think this is going to take, it's not going to take an afternoon, but it's going to just take some thinking about. I mean, we already know what going ahead and trying to put something together, like the Google effect, well-intentioned people getting together and doing amazing tech and pushing forward and all this business. Yeah. But then not seeing the repercussions in real time.
Yeah.
And only thinking about one side of things and not thinking about the other. Now, what those things have done is given us the opportunity to have that type of hindsight to be like, what if?
Yeah, of course.
We're still going to be blindsided by a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, a lot.
Oh, how much money do you think is before, and I'm talking now because we don't have mass adoption, yeah. But he said that you can see people in average spending on the step of Metaverse.
How much have they got?
Do you think it depends how much they got, or
how much have they got? How much have they got? Because that's how much they'll put in. Some people are going to be all in.
Yeah.
Some people are going to be all in.
So this is actually an economy that is in the making.
Yeah, it is.
Because it's all it is. I mean, when you go to a shop, people, I wouldn't say that that's the case for everybody. The more they have, the more they spend. But there's definitely a correlation about their buying power and how much they acquire.
Buying power is a real thing. So if they have it and they're passionate about the game, they're going to spend it.
Yeah. Well, we've seen some prices already on that, and that's not even you can't even cash out.
Listen,
I mean, I guess with the NFTs you can, but you can't really you can't cash out yet. And
hey, people already, do you know how all in you have to be to know that and still go in like that? You got
some properties at the moment worth what? Some properties worth over 4,000 already,
and more.
And more, yeah.
And more. I've seen some ludicrous prices.
Well, Decentraland is crazy.
Hey.
Decentraland is like, what was the most expensive?
I've seen stuff going for I saw 500,000 and stuff like that. I was like,
I've seen more. I've seen things, I think for 30 millions. Honestly, I'm not even, I think I've seen something stupid, 100,000 Ether or something mad.
Well, you're better than me. I'll tell you right now.
But it's going for a lot of money. So it's definitely some things that, do you know what? I like to see those things as an opportunity rather than as a potential harmful environment. Even though there is a potential danger, there is still some things where people can get stolen from. People as well, that's really the crypto world, if you ask me.
Once you get thievery out the way, most people's concern with crypto, as if thievery doesn't happen in the physical world.
It does.
But they're like, no, banks hardly get robbed now. Oh, that's the only way you can lose money now. Is that what we're on now?
The thing is that it's a high risk, high reward environment because you would never make that money with the banks anyway. So there's no way you make this amount of money.
Low risk, high reward exists. It doesn't anymore.
No.
It doesn't. So that's arbitrary.
I don't think he ever did.
That's the conversation. Yeah. But it's arbitrary. It's an arbitrary argument. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, because low risk brings high reward, right?
Well, here's the thing. This is an education problem. Or am I right or wrong on this?
Yeah, it is.
It is down to education. What you believe, what you perceive, what you've been told. You know, because we've been told a lot of things.
I've been told a lot of things, and I've got an education as well, and all of those good stuff. But guess what? It's still not going to let you know about this.
But do you think, all right, to see that we all agree, we can both agree that's an education issue. Do you think now those games, they are games, for some of them, those environments are suitable for children? Can children actually play, participate in it safely? Should you even trying to teach your children about it, because give them an education about it, even if like it's a potential economy that is in the making, and a strong one as that, because a lot of people are putting lots of money in it, and do you think that perhaps there's something for them to learn, and you not teaching them this, it's kind of you
holding them back
from an eventual opportunity, even letting them know about this? Because I remember in my time, if you play any sort of video games,
you're a loser.
You play too much, no more than, like, I know too much screen is not good for children. It's just true. But, back in the day, you play an hour of video game was too much. If you play an hour every day of video games, most of the people will say, no, it's too much. And I
think it depends what's on that screen.
Back in the day was people used to think that's counterproductive, because all you're doing is fighting games, or games that are like,
there was a whole load of things. There was a whole load of things.
They didn't think it was constructive. Though it's the same games you start seeing in the metaverse. However, there's finances attached to it.
I think that people blamed the wrong things. It was like people blamed the wrong things back then, because they don't want to look about what's happening in the wider society.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the same as blaming rap music, when rap music is an expression of it's an expression from people who are from the real world. It's not the real world. And the same is for games. It's still an expression of something. It is not that something. And what you need to look at is what's going on in the real world. Now, can it influence people? Yeah, but everything I think when it comes to the word influence now, it's safe to say gaming and rap are at the bottom of the list. Can we hey.
Yeah, it's absolutely true. Yeah.
And for all those people standing up and saying how this hippity hoppity music is the devil.
They used to say that, it's very true. Yeah.
And this gaming, and that's what gets children so violent.
Yeah, they say a whole lot.
But Karate Kid's all right?
Yeah, basically.
All right.
But I think it's a missed opportunity for...
It was a missed opportunity then. Everybody who got into those two spaces made a whole load of ton money, even if they did rubbish at it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be the same again.
So there is something that we can see that happening again, where parents try and filter. I mean, you're supposed to filter.
You're supposed to filter, and I do. You know what? I didn't answer your question. I didn't answer your question. I didn't answer it, really, did I?
No, but I'm trying to rephrase it, so hopefully I get an answer. No, but basically what I'm saying is that parents, where there's an over filtering, just because this is the idea. All right, I'll give you an example. When you say crypto, you say hacker. When you say metaverse, you say child abuse. Some people may relate these things.
That's exactly what it is. If you see everything through hypersensitive parental eyes, you could lose opportunities for your children. Hence why not everybody's son or daughter became a gamer.
Absolutely not, yeah.
And now people are gamers. They're like, wow. Oh, so what does he do? Okay. How much millions? Oh, all right. Well, at least you've got your TFL job. And it's like, Mum, I was better than him at Nintendo. Hey.
That was burned. That was her.
All I'm saying is that won't be me.
Yeah.
I won't be that mum. I won't be that mum. I don't know where else I'll go, but I won't be that mum.
Well, look, the reason why I was asking you this is because maybe 1 week ago, 2 weeks ago, I was reading about this article. They were talking about this young boy that basically invested in NFTs. And the thing is, NFT is a good thing. It's like you send your children for a drawing lesson, or you tell them when they don't know what to do. You say, "Oh yes, just draw something." You know, you got crayons, and I bought you, felt pen, and now you never use it. Why don't you draw something? And today you can go on a site like Canva, and you can literally make art. And if you have the opportunities to have a computer as a child, and your parents are caring enough that they let you use, say, Photoshop, and you start learning Photoshop, you can make beautiful things, amazing things, and you can actually create NFTs. Now I know it's not because you make an NFT that all of a sudden you're going to
sell it and you're going to become a millionaire.
But there is a definite potential, because I think that boy made over, I don't want to say wrong numbers, but I know it was in millions, maybe over 2 million worth of NFTs. He managed to make a net worth of over 2 million.
Good for him.
Around the NFTs. And my point is this has to be faster when it comes to children. It's not something a child just gonna all of a sudden start doing if you never
has to be nurtured. Yeah,
you have to be nurtured. So
I'm not in the business of I know what I don't know.
Likewise. And
I think that when you don't know about these things, your first reaction shouldn't be, don't do it. Your first reaction should be like, let me find out more and I'll get back to you about that. Yeah. And literally go and find out more. Don't ask your same age friend who's into the same things you are. Go and find out about it from people who are in that space and dominating in that space.
Well, this is what's really tricky, because for any innovative technology that comes on the market, often it's disruptive technology, so it disrupts another environment, and those same people that's disrupted by it have a tendency to push for a narrative that sometimes there's a lot of bad things about those things.
This is true, but like the news, read the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah.
Get a wider view as to what people are saying. What are the followers saying? What are the naysayers saying? Are the naysayers saying the same thing?
Yeah.
Are there only a certain amount of them? What do they have to gain by saying that? What do these people have to gain by saying it?
Conflict of interest, basically. You have to still
research.
Look at research, yeah.
I don't know what. Research it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then and only then you can now make a credible decision. Will there be rules? Of course, because they're children. So maybe they'll be like, yeah, you can play this metaverse game, but you can't play that one. And you can only play this, and this in this area of it because, or you can do it, but you can't speak to people. Or you can do it, but you can't communicate with people, you're just going to have to this. Or if it's a communicative one, you don't feel comfortable, then they don't play that one. It's whatever the parent's going to then decide that they feel comfortable with and that they can trust their kid with. It's going to depend on the kid. It's going to depend on a lot of things.
Because I can see something like Upland. You play Monopoly with your children, and I believe a lot of people play Monopoly to teach the children about, some sort of financial education through play. But anyway, it's still like because it did tell our children would play the one with the cards, that basically you got X amount on your card.
What did the kids say after they played the first 2 times and actually got it?
I don't remember. What was it?
I don't like this game.
What they were preferring the nuts in it?
They didn't like the game, period. They didn't like it. They were like, I don't like this game because once you land on, it's down to too much chance, they said.
Okay.
If you roll the dice wrong, you're poor. You've lost.
Yeah, literally.
And if you roll it right without any actual more skill than anyone else, you can dominate.
Well, yeah, that was a limited strategy. You couldn't strategize.
The only strategy is luck. Roll the dice properly and don't be an idiot. 2 things.
Yeah.
When you land on a green, buy it.
Yeah.
When you land on a purple, buy it. You see what I'm saying? Like,
that is true. I give you that. Yes,
and they were like, but then once certain people have certain, like, if you have all the amenities, and then you have the final stretch, you own the final stretch. Game over.
Green and blue, that was it.
Game over. Why are we playing this game anymore?
Well, it's called Monopoly.
And then can they truly? Can you be somebody in Monopoly? What's the chances of you being losing? You own 2 brown properties.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah? You don't own a complete set. You own 2 brown properties. What are the chances of you taking your position and then turning that around?
Very small. Nothing. No chance. It's not the world.
No.
But no, I understand.
Because other factors go into building wealth than that.
But I understand.
But that's why it's called Monopoly, because it's about what it is to monopolize something.
To monopolize. So you learn
one thing.
I understand. And being dead. What it means to be in debt.
Yes, that sucks.
That sucks. Yeah. So yeah. Well. I use this example because it was the simplest example in a game in real life that you can actually physically play, and it has some sort of teaching about financial teaching. I don't know if you will, but I'm just saying that those can be comparable. A plant can be comparable to Monopoly, even like a more advanced Monopoly. However, I'm simplifying it enormously by saying that.
Yeah.
But now I'm just saying it's still a game, and what would be the difference in you children participating, and let alone that if it's a viable economy, or if you perceive it as such, because not everyone will be. Some people say, nah, I've never been anything. I'm guessing there will always be people who think that. However, I think they're very wrong, and I think it will become an economy.
It's either will or it won't, and it will crash and burn, and everyone's going to lose everything they put into it.
That's it. But it's a game, and like any game, sometimes you have to play to participate. You go to a fun fair, you want to get to participate to any games, you're going to have to pay.
You pay to play.
Okay, so, and you lose everything. Boom, boom. Hey,
but this time, you can get paid as well.
Right. And the potential of it. So, teaching your children, and there's things to learn as well, how to maybe negotiate a price. Now, it's not there yet, negotiation. I'm not sure they have negotiation there.
They got auctions or something.
They got auctions, so they can learn about auction, what is auctions, and stuff like that. And I think that once you nurture this from themselves, they may very well play a game like that and do very well for themselves and be, once the game can be monetized properly, because it will, because a lot of them are now being monetized properly, then they can stand to
I would love that for anybody, the idea that you can be in your own home and carve out a whole new financial lane for yourself. It doesn't have to become your full-time job, but just as an option for you to monetize your time. I think that it's an opportunity, and I think it's a welcome opportunity, especially for the 90%ers.
I think so. I think
yours truly.
But so we can agree that for the children, if it's obviously, if it's well, if it's secure, if you overlook what the children does, it could be a great opportunity.
It goes with any game,
and to
I think that you got to apply common sense when it comes to this, because if they said to me, "Mum, can we play in the garden?" and I said, "Don't play near the construction site. Go and play by the sandbox." There's still rules that you're going to give to your kid whenever they play anything. Let's not throw this out. This is why I'm like, with the social media and the children, I'm like, we're really just going to give them this thing to play with without without seeing what the hell it is?
Well, this is my point. You take TikTok
when it's not a game.
Exactly. This is not a game. And you take, social media in general for children. It can be really harmful. Most of the time, it is.
I don't think any of the developers or people who worked on it and created it have their children play it.
No, well, they made it clear.
Yeah.
But now I'm thinking about the opportunity of it. I think it's going to be, even if we mention obviously Upland, but we're not trying to promote Upland. We're not sponsored by Upland. We just happened that we played the game.
Yeah.
But there is, even if Upland never finally work, there's
so many others.
Yeah, there's so many others.
So many others.
Metaverse will be there, whether we like it or not.
Yeah.
As long as you got a computer running, you will get a metaverse, and because of that, there will be an economy attached to those.
I think so.
And I'm seeing this as a huge opportunity for adults, but also for some of the children that are interested in
and
this.
Teenagers.
Yeah, and teenagers.
This idea of being a teenager and being broke and not being able to afford anything, I think hopefully will slowly start dying out.
Yeah,
why?
I think so, yeah.
But why though?
What do you have to be broke for?
Because you know what's crazy? You still have to pay the same amount of taxes.
Yeah, it's true. It really is true. It doesn't change.
I remember when I was signed up for my first job. Do you get NI at 16 here? Your NI card to say you can work.
I don't remember, but I think
like your work permit.
You do.
Or do you have to start working and then you get it?
You start working and then you get it. Before you work, you're on your parents' one, and then once you start working, then you get one. Yeah.
In England, they just send one to you, and like it just magically turns up, and they're like,
really?
"Your NI card is here," and then you get it, and you're like,
all right.
Well, you can work now. Literally, I got my NI card maybe a Tuesday. By that Friday, I had a job.
For real.
My parents were like, you need to work.
Wouldn't it be? I mean, imagine that you were able to actually work in a metaverse.
Had I logged on?
Oh, that would be
logged on. I would have logged on the Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'd have been like, Mum, I'm at work. Excuse me.
I'm logging in.
Excuse me. You know what I mean?
It's true though. I would have done this. I would have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would have been it. Perfect. No worrying about where your teenager is. They're upstairs.
Yeah. Well, that being said, do you think we're going to see? Because Pips, it's inevitable. It is coming. It is there to stay, and we'll have those metaverse. Period. Do you think we're going to see a generation of parents that have to, because to say every children will be interested in it, it's stupid. No, you're going to have people that are going to be interested in it, and some not. Yeah. But we know it's about adoption, so we therefore know that it's a matter of time before parents are saying that, why don't you have your 16-year-old playing working in the metaverse?
Why don't they get a job at da-da-da-da?
Yeah,
I know.
And some kids be like, I don't want to.
I don't want to.
Do you think we're going to see
I
that?
like football in the physical world.
Yeah.
Then there's probably going to be like, unless you're into physical sports or hospitality.
Yeah.
You need to be in the metaverse. And then there's going to be a fight between what people pay people in the physical world and versus the metaverse. Because it's like, why would you work at McDonald's, bro? Like, why? Yeah. And then you'll probably go into McDonald's and there'll be only pensioners there. Because they're like, I'm only doing the job just to get a little bit of extra money. Because, since they ras up my pension, I can't do nothing. Right? This is all I live on. And that'll be it. Full of 75-year-olds.
So can you foresee a
75-year-old like
something like that, basically,
like just a sea of silver in every fast food restaurant, probably.
Because
the service would be better. I
wouldn't bet on this.
Number one,
those 70.
You can't rush a 75-year-old. Excuse you.
Yeah, but
No.
do you know what? I'm not sure.
Number 2, hiya, how's your day?
Yeah, but you're talking about a generation of 75 years old doing it, or you think that's going to happen before we reach 75 years old?
I think that that's what will meet us by the time we reach 75. Like, if you haven't got if you haven't
got your thing together,
got your things together, well, then just work in hospitality.
Yeah, but hold on a minute. If it's anybody of our generation, I have had some trash services from them.
By the time they're 75, they're going to have to get it together.
They'll be docile.
They'll be docile by then. They ain't got energy for that. They'll be like, I've got no energy for the negativity. Where did that get me all my life?
Yeah, true.
And they're just going to be like, you know what? I just do this little job. It's better than whatever pension they were going to give me, little whatever's left of it, if they haven't totally finessed the whole entire kitty by then, which we've been told thousands of times, you're not getting it. Let's tell you from 25 so it can set in. It's got 50 years to set in. But you're not getting it.
You're talking about England though. Because in France, they're still running this charade.
Like, we're going to get it.
I think like they're going to get it. And then every year, I'm hearing everybody's going into retirement over here. Every year is going like the percentage, like, I was supposed to get 70%. Then they're getting 65 and then 62 and then 60. And it's just like,
when are we going to say we're not getting it?
Yeah.
When it's at 40-something%.
I don't know how they're going to manage that.
In this turn, fine, we don't get it. Give me that money. Don't take that money from me then from my paycheck, yeah?
Yeah.
But they're going to get another generation paying something that's not going to get. And then they'll say, you know what, don't bother. We'll do you a favour. Okay, where's all that money that I paid in that I didn't get? Oh, we don't know where that went.
Yeah.
The generation before got it. Did they though?
Yeah.
At their 70%, 60%? We were told a long time ago you're not getting it.
It was already empty anyway. The kitty is already empty. So,
McDonald's, innit? As I said, McDonald's, if it's still open.
Yeah.
KFC, all of those fast food restaurants, hospitality, that will be ran predominantly by all the old people are going to be like, you know what? I love this game and I'm playing it.
Yeah, I can see that happen.
And I'm playing it.
Especially if you're retired. That would be a great gig. You're retired, you can make
I
a bit
log
money
on
with
for
it.
3 hours for the day and I'm good.
Because you know what, most of the problem is also if you want to, after a certain age, if you want to go to work, it's the physical aspect that becomes harder for people to, have to stand for 8 hours. It's becoming harder. So you won't have that.
My thoughts and prayers go out to all with arthritis in their hands. You're doomed.
Yeah.
Whatever you do. What?
No.
Huh?
You can get the pen. You can do like a who was doing this? The pen. Some guys have saw it.
You won't be playing Tekken. You won't be playing Tekken.
You'd be surprised. And then they got the eye thing, so that you move your eye. And
they're going to have to work around that for people with disabilities so that they don't X those out of the gaming market.
Of course, but trust me, they start having it because you got one guy. I remember
they need something that's efficient. None of this.
That guy, that what they've done is now they can follow your eye. That guy is amazing. I mean, he's paralyzed, but he can produce. He has all the system he can produce with his eye, like moving your eyes. You know how fast you can be just moving your eye.
I know, but I'm saying they need to. That's something I would heavily invest in, just so that we don't leave anybody behind. Because the thing is about disabilities is everyone thinks about the people who already have them and not about the people who are going to get them. And then again, not the fact that you could be one of those people.
Yeah. This is it. The guy with the polio. Amazing. He had
the guy in the
pen in his mouth, and he was
he's a good drawer.
Oh, he was drawing. He
That's really is.
You become amazing. Like the ability of our body is amazing. Like if you when you lose the one eye, then your eyesight.
Yeah, that's not gaming though, babes. We're gonna need the technology.
No, I understand it's not gaming, but,
to meet up so that everybody can get in on this.
Yeah. Well, look, I believe that it's important. It's to be considered. I think people don't need to be ignorant about it, even though there was maybe they used to see video gaming as something where lazy people do, and after a certain age is to stop playing. I don't think there's any reason. Some people's hobbies is to play golf. Some other people's is to just horse riding, and those are expensive hobbies, I must say. And then Other people should just go for a run, and some play football and other one just play video game. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
The thing is, if it starts being able to have monetary gains for playing video games,
It's a game changer.
it's a game.
I did it before you. So I knew you were going there.
My jokes are way more sophisticated than that.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think that the world of possibilities is going to open up, and I think it means more good in the monetary factor for people being able to take. There is an opportunity here to take control and get back.
I believe that to be true.
And get back some control over where you felt that other people have lost it. However, there'll be a very, once they say there's no such thing as pensions anymore, there's going to be a deep mistrust for trusting third parties with your future.
It's true.
Because think about how outstandingly, if you were to tell anybody it was anything else, how outstandingly optimistic you are and trusting you have to be.
Yeah.
To say, I trust this company is going to pay me in 50 years' time.
That is a lot of trust to put in someone.
In a company, it's enormous.
That is why I think that audits may be necessary.
Yeah, I do think. Yeah,
for
I do
some
think.
of the companies.
Yeah. I do think that. But then it's gonna the way that the way the ecosystems are going to be set up. I think it's going to have to circumvent these real world, physical world issues that we've been dealing with.
Yeah.
People won't put up with that. The communities won't put up with that. Anything that looks like that is going to be like, nah.
Yeah.
We know how that ends.
Well, yeah. The thing is, yeah, do you know what? That's actually got me thinking about the airdrop that they're doing.
Well,
there's still, even though it's good, there's still an unfair feelings. If you didn't know about the game, you happen to know about the game, now you like it. All the crypto, because something crypto, you like it, start buying them. But everybody that was there before you, just because they were in an environment that allows them to know, getting a bunch of airdrops, sometimes millions, thousands, and you come and after once it's like XRP are the airdrops you're gonna have now, I don't think they're gonna be the same that those guys used to have. And I think that's something you need to work out.
I know, but then I guess it also pushes people to innovate. And it also pushes people on the side of the developers, it pushes them to innovate, to find other ways to be able to keep their new customers happy.
Yeah.
And it also pushes people to invest into new companies.
True.
Then this idea that one big one rules all is going to be null and void, because there's going to be so much opportunity in backing something that's smaller that you believe in.
Yeah, it's true.
Instead of us being like, well, Google's here.
Yeah.
That goes, don't bother open up another e-commerce company because Amazon's here. Or don't bother open up a search engine. You won't make it. Like,
yeah, I understand. That's what we're saying. Yeah.
At least now, it doesn't matter how big any token gets or any company gets, if there's incentive for, being at the grassroots of something, then you'll always have a thriving, new, innovative, space that people can operate in and create in.
Yeah,
which
and
is
it can become the thing for people to follow, to trying to find new projects. And yeah, you're right. It's true. Makes sense.
And then you can make a whole career of just finding new things.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's a bit.
So it's still
being a venture capitalist is though. It's just like you can't find new things.
Yeah.
To invest in or spend your time doing, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I think it's a great thing that's coming. Metaverse. I think it's.
Who will you be in the metaverse? This is our last question. Who will you be in the metaverse?
What type of person? Or if I can pick a superhero, if I can.
Would your avatar look the same as you do?
No.
Would you be able to fly?
That's a good question. I don't know actually if I want to fly in the metaverse.
Would you drive though?
Yeah, I'll drive. Do you know what? I'll fly. Yeah, I'll fly in metaverse. Yeah.
Would you be any color of anybody on this earth, or would you just go for like blue or purple?
I'll go for blue, purple. I wouldn't want that. Yeah, I'll be like blue. Maybe I don't know. Like I wouldn't. Because to me, it's the whole point of this is colors is not really. But I'm sure some people are gonna want to be black. I'm sure some people are gonna say I'm being black and I can say the N-word. Do you hear me? That's what I'm here for. Okay, I'm black after all. I'm gonna say the N-word. Be like, okay, bro, you can. Yeah, you're black after all in the metaverse.
Right? What does it matter in the metaverse at this point? Well, boy, it's,
you know what I mean?
These are the problems regulations are going to have to deal with. Though if you actually are black in the metaverse, I'm sure that you can get away with it.
Yeah. No, if you appear white.
No.
Yeah. I mean, you're a black person in the metaverse playing what? A black person?
No. If you are any other race person playing a black person, can you get away with saying the N-word in the metaverse?
That's a good question. Is it...
My answer to that.
Correct.
My answer to that is yes.
Yeah.
My answer to that is yes.
Do you think you get?
If you want to,
will prejudice exist in the metaverse?
Yes.
Do you think so?
Oh hell yeah.
How?
What do you mean? We're gonna take off. We're gonna take our physical. We're gonna take our own physical world prejudice, and in one way, shape, or form, we're going to let it spit out in the metaverse.
It's gonna be about the haves and the haves not. That maybe.
Yeah, or whatever else it is. It's like, look, I don't date people who don't fly, so ciao. It's gonna be something like that.
Do you know what? Anthropologically speaking, that's going to be a science project.
Yeah.
To see how people like like the sociology as well.
I will be. I will live. I'm telling. This is what I'm.
What would you be?
No, I was just going to say I'm definitely studying it. Definitely studying this. It's interesting. I saw the way that we're literally now watching the way that social media and the effects of it is playing out, and the effects of Big Brother and big data on general people is playing out. And I'm telling you, the metaverse. Whew,
something else, yeah.
It's going to be something else.
Would you be? We could characterize it as being good or evil. Would you go into the bright side or the dark side?
I would probably be some sort of neutral elf.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's a good gig.
I might be green.
Yeah.
Might be green, like a light green.
Oh, I see.
Not that I have anything wrong with dark green, but light green. You're prejudiced against dark green people. No. I just wanted to be light green.
Yeah. Well, you come in the metaverse being the angel of death.
Whatever it is.
Sweeping people. Just for the...
What? Definitely. It's going to be something in the elf world.
All right.
Personally, do we date in the metaverse?
People will.
I think it's going to happen.
People will, but I think they probably already do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think people will.
Oh, yeah. Are people going to get married in the metaverse?
Yeah, I think people will as well.
If you're married in the metaverse, does that carry over to the real world? Only if you do it at a legal place with a legal person.
You have to transition. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I think, but then a lot of people are going to try to get away with murder by saying, why didn't she? Because, it's a metaverse.
She's my wife in the metaverse.
Yeah, be like, what do you mean, bro? So what are you talking about?
I think that marriage, do you think marriage vows are going to have to change, like in maybe 150 years? People are going to have to include the metaverse into the vows?
No, I think the opposite has to happen.
Huh?
I mean, the metaverse has to include the real world into the vows. If they legally, okay, if you get married in the
if they,
because I think now it's going too far.
You think so?
Yeah, no.
Don't you think the marriage vows could kind of trump the future, the past, and everything? That was rock solid.
Because I think
if you think about the vows, they're rock solid.
They're rock, definitely, but I think they are. But I think there has to be a split still, because it's like if you buy a house and then all of a sudden I'm buying the house in the metaverse. No. And vice versa. I think there's going to be still something has to be. You'll need a bridge, some sort of a bridge that says, okay, legally, okay, this is what we're doing here. If not,
I would not object to going to weddings in the metaverse. I think that would be cool.
Yeah.
I think that would be really cost effective as well. Imagine how you can really take down your wedding.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna happen when the adoption is like maximized.
Hi, we're talking 30 years.
Yeah.
30 years time.
It's possible. I mean, people they actually inform you of the wedding or the marriage engagement, the engagement parties through Facebook or any other social media anyway.
Which I never thought was going to happen.
Some people...
I didn't, because I was like...
They've done it before.
No.
Hey, it's a way. Even if it's not my way, I think we'll still have
traditionalists.
I don't have a problem with it.
No.
It's your
wedding.
It's your wedding. So doesn't matter the way it doesn't matter the rest of the way I think about it. It's how you see it. Now, I can see that happen in the future. Like, definitely. Oh yeah, wedding happening in the metaverse. Yeah.
Final question.
Yeah.
If you die in the real world, could someone else take over your metaverse identity? Where would you stand with regulating that?
I think all of this has to be presented in a will. See that there's a huge financial aspect that can be attached and all identity to it. So I think that can you I think the persona itself, no. The assets acquired in the metaverse, yes. In terms of maybe your wife or your children, then yeah, being able to access it, yeah, of course.
All right then.
What do you think?
I think the same.
Okay.
I think the same. Though I think it would be cool to be able to have...
live forever thing.
Well, yeah, you can. Because I'm like, why should that avatar die?
Yeah, no, the avatar don't have to die. That's true. The thing is...
I'm like, as long as I'm like the persona, I can continue.
Do you know what that got me thinking about? I don't know if it's a show or movie where they were able, if the person died before they die, they
download all of their information into a computer.
They're conscious. And the consciousness is in basically a metaverse world.
Yeah.
Hey, who knows?
Anything is possible.
Anything's possible, yeah.
Anyway, tell us how you think. What would you be in the metaverse? Don't shade me for wanting to be an elf. And what do you think about regulation as well? Are we going to need it, or are we going to have to wait a while? Are we going to have to stop it before it happens? Maybe you're dead against the idea. Do you think gaming's going to be the future? And how do you think about working in McDonald's come 75?
Yeah.
I already did my time. That's how I feel. I did my time. Did you do your time? Where were you at? Starbucks?
Starbucks, yeah.
You did your time. I did pizza.
I did my time.
I did Pizza Hut. I did KFC.
I did Starbucks. I did...
I've even worked in a mental institution.
Factory that was packing soaps.
That's not the same.
But trust me, it's worse. It's freaking worse.
I'm talking fast food here.
Oh, you're talking only fast food?
I'm talking hospitality. I'm talking hospitality of some sort.
Yeah. I did Starbucks. That was it.
Oh, God, you had it good. All right.
Yeah, it was actually okay.
Just saying, you had it good.
Yeah.
Take care of yourselves, your minds, your bodies, and your spirits. Until next time.
Ciao.
Ciao.